mega symbols per second, standard DVB-S2, modulation 8BSK, audio PID 510. We wish you good reception conditions.
Welcome, I'm Mihaela Ignatescu with the news headlines. In Romania, three parties have reached an agreement on the formation of a parliamentary majority and a centre-right governmental coalition following December 6 elections. The Romanian government has approved the norms regarding the authorization, organization and functioning of COVID-19 vaccination centers. And the strategy for the digitalization of education in Romania 2021-2027, Smart Edu, has been launched for public consultation. In Bucharest, the National Liberal Party, the Save Romania Union Plus Alliance and the Democratic Union of Ethnic Hungarians have reached an agreement to form a parliamentary majority and a centre-right governmental coalition following the December 6 legislative elections. The Liberal leader, Ludovic Orban, has announced that the current Liberal Finance Minister, Florin Câțu, will be the Prime Minister. The presidency of the Chamber of Deputies will return to the National Liberal Party and that of the Senate to Save Romania Union Plus Alliance. In the future cabinet, the Liberal Party would hold 9 portfolios, the Save Romania Union Plus Alliance 6 and the Democratic Union of Ethnic Hungarians 3. There will also be 2 positions of Deputy Prime Minister. On the other hand, the Social Democrats, who came in first in the December 6 election, insisted that the correct solution in the current pandemic is to form a government of national union, led by Dr. Alexandru Rafila, who entered the new parliament on their list. According to the Strategic Communication Group, 5,340 new cases of people infected with SARS-CoV-2 were registered in 24 hours in Romania, following 27,482 tests at national level. In the same period, 188 infected people died, bringing the total number of deaths to 14,157. 1,270 people are hospitalized in intensive care. Since the outbreak of the pandemic, 582,786 cases of people infected with the new coronavirus have been confirmed in Romania, of which over 484,000 have been declared cured. The number of Romanians abroad confirmed with the new coronavirus increased to 7,036, 2 more than the last report, and the number of deaths increased to 128. The restrictions established to prevent the spread of the new coronavirus remain in force at Christmas and New Year, said President Klaus Iohannis on Friday. He visited the Cantacuzino National Institute for Medical Military Research Development in Bucharest, which is the national center for receiving and storing doses of COVID-19 vaccine. The head of state advised the Romanians to stay at home for the holidays. In turn, the Minister of Health, Nelu Tătaru, announced that the executive approved the norms regarding the authorization, organization and operation of the vaccination centers. All persons entering Greece starting December 18th are obliged to isolate themselves at home for a period of 3 days, the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs reports. The measure, valid until January 7, 2021, is complementary to the other conditions already in force. The obligation to present a negative result of a PCR test performed no later than 72 hours before entering Greek territory, filling in the location form, and in case of road border crossings, performing a quick test with immediate results. As of December 19th, people traveling to Austria, including Romanians, will be placed in quarantine for 10 days immediately after entering Austrian territory, the Romanian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has also announced. The quarantine measure may be suspended following the presentation of the negative result of a test for SARS-CoV-2 infection, carried out not earlier than the 5th day after entry into Austria at the expense of the person concerned. The Romanian Foreign Affairs Ministry states that the restriction will apply for an indefinite period of time. Vaccination against COVID-19 in the EU will begin immediately after Christmas, between December 27th and the 29th, announced the head of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen. The European Medicines Agency will soon take a decision on the authorization of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, already administered in the United States, the United Kingdom and Canada. On Friday, the U.S. Vice President Mike Pence was given the Pfizer-BioNTech coronavirus vaccine, and the moment was broadcast live on television as the U.S. prepares to authorize a second vaccine, that of Moderna. In Israel, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Health Minister will open the vaccination campaign in front of the cameras on Saturday to serve as a personal example. Vaccination of medical staff across the country and then people over the age of 60 will begin on Sunday. On the other hand, more and more European countries are reintroducing restrictions in an attempt to limit the growing number of SARS-CoV-2 infections, which are considered worrying. The Ministry of Education and Research launched for public consultation the strategy for the digitalization of education in Romania 2021-2027, known as Smart Edu. The proposed targets are the following: 90% of the country's population to be digitally literate, training of 82% of the population aged between 20 and 34 for emerging trades in order to successfully enter the labor market, and equipping all educational units in Romania with infrastructure and technological resources adapted to permanent changes. And that was the news from Bucharest. Radio Romania